Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I got a very special order in the mail and I wanted to take advantage of it to make a video about some books that I have been reading and that I've been engrossed in. So, the order that I got in the mail was this. The box set for the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. The first two books, so The Way of Kings and Words of Radiance. This is a bit smudged already. And I wanted to take advantage of receiving this and starting my Stormlight Archive journey with reading The Way of Kings and talk about my experience with the Cosmere by ranking the Cosmere books that I have read already. So, I have read 5 Cosmere books. I read Mistborn Era 1, so that's 3 books, The Final Empire, The Well of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages. I don't have The Final Empire right here because it's in storage. And then I read Warbreaker first, and then Tress of the Emerald Sea, with some books in between. Overall, I have been fully engrossed in Brandon Sanderson universe, and I have been very much enjoying all of these books, some more than others. And so let's start with the ranking. So in number 5, I'm going to rank Warbreaker. This is a standalone book. It is technically inserted in the Cosmere, but I feel like because this was one of the first books that Sanderson wrote, he still didn't have a flashed idea of what the Cosmere would be, and so there's only one character here that can be tied to the Cosmere and not many references other than that. There is, however, a theme of religion here that ties very nicely to Mistborn, that has a very arching theme about religion that I thought was interesting, especially in the approach that they have to gods in this world and the magic system that was based on color and was really interesting. However, I felt that the plot was a bit slow and I didn't fall in love with the characters or the execution, so I gave it a 4 stars. Enjoyable, but nothing crazy for me. Then, in number 4, I will put the second book in the Mistborn series, The Well of Ascension. It took me about 4 months to get through the first 3 parts of this book, or the first 2 parts, and then it took me like a week to read the 3rd part. I have a review of it on the shorts section of my channel. This book had a lot of promise in the beginning since there was a lot of change coming from the ending of Mistborn Book 1, but I felt like the book was very involved in politics and it had a bit of a slower pace with that. However, there's a revelation in here from about 50% of the book that really changed everything for me and made me hooked on this, and the ending is so explosive and I loved every second of it. So I ended up giving this a 4 stars as well. It is great, but I felt like it was too slow in the beginning for my taste. Then in number 3, I will put Mistborn Book 1, The Final Empire. I really liked The Final Empire. I really liked the introduction to the magic system, the characters, the way that it is an Ocean's 11 approach to ending an empire, and the whole operation that involved taking down the empire. I really like the ending. I really like the way how it shuffles things up for the second book. And overall, this book has a special place in my heart because it was my first introduction to Brandon Sanderson's writing. 5 stars, no complaints. Then at number 2, I will put Tress of the Emerald Sea. This is one of Sanderson's most recent books. It is a pirate story and a bit of a fairy tale in a way. It is Brandon's approach to writing a fairy tale, and this is full of Cosmere references. It even says here, a Cosmere novel. There is a character in here that is the narrator that feels like Brandon Sanderson is talking directly to us. It is very funny, it is very heartwarming. It is Brandon Sanderson's writing at its best, but in a way lighter mood than these other books like Mistborn that have heavy themes and violence and all of that. This is very much a fairy tale feeling book. It has the same feeling as a book that I have here, The House in the Cerulean Sea, that is one of my all-time favorites, and I gave this a full 5 stars. I loved it. It will stay with me for a long time. And then at number 1, I had to put Mistborn Book 3, The Hero of Ages. This was the best ending that I could have asked for the Mistborn trilogy. The character development in this is stellar. The way that characters like Spook and Sazed are developed are impressive. It has a really explosive ending. There are revelations in here that Sanderson has been putting in our faces the entire time and we didn't figure it out. And when we do, it's just mind-blowing, and the ending is as sad and heartwarming as it could be. And yeah, this book will stay with me for a long time. If you know, you know. So let me know, have you read any of these books? Have you delved into Sanderson's Cosmere world? I can't wait to start The Way of Kings and get thrown into the Stormlight Archives world. I will let you know how that goes when I read it. So thank you for watching. See you next time.